So I'm going to start with a quote. Pain is temporary, DVM is forever. Love that pillow. So on behalf of all of the faculty, our staff, your fellow students, your supporters, and our many other friends of the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences at Texas A&M University, and your profession of veterinary medicine, I welcome you, the class of 2022, to the 2021 White Coat Ceremony. Here's another quote from Anne Sexton, American poet. Finding your real purpose or passion is like searching all over the house for your car keys, only to discover they were in your own hands all the time. Put your ear down to your soul and listen hard. And I know all of the class of 2022 have been listening to your soul, and you've determined that your passion lies somewhere in our profession of veterinary medicine. And yet you're learning that our profession is extraordinarily diverse, and what you may do with your DVM degree is limited only by your own imagination. If I'd followed my career path and I was at the University of London, I would have been in small animal practice at this time, but I ended up 5,000 miles away. So you never know where your career is going to take you. We're here today for the wonderful ceremony of the white coat. Your white coat is symbolic of your progression through the veterinary curriculum. You are only 2 months away from beginning your clinical rotation in our hospitals and 3/4 of the way through the DVM curriculum with most of your didactic instruction behind you. The white coat represents professionalism, both in actions and appearance. Putting on your white coat today is a reminder of the honor and the privilege you have been granted and you've worked so very hard for to become part of the veterinary profession and to become a member of the legacy of the Texas A&M University College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences. This day is entirely about you and your readiness for the next step. All of us are gathered here and attending virtually today. We want to congratulate you on your accomplishments and to wish you every success in the next phase of your careers. Now, there are some people that I know you want to thank in the audience today, class of 2022. And firstly, I'm sure it's your parents. And will all of the parents please stand if able? And join me in a round of applause, please. Without all of you, we would not have this extraordinary class of veterinary professionals. We know that you've made many sacrifices for your daughters and sons in order for them to follow their dreams. And yes, you are true Aggie parents for which you will always be known and deeply appreciated. We have other groups who may be represented today. How about spouses and partners? Would you stand, please, if you're here today? And let us recognize you. How do we thank you enough? The veterinary curriculum is very rigorous, and it's approaching 75% completion for these wonderful students. The time commitments and stresses of the curriculum can put a real strain on families. Thank you for your undying support of your spouses and partners in recognition of their dreams and aspirations which are about to come true. I wonder if we have any children in the audience today. If you're able to stand or you're able to be held up high, do we have any children of our students? That's wonderful. I know they're very proud of their parent. And children of veterinarians are very special, and sometimes they get to play with very unusual toys. I know we've got many other family members here, brothers, sisters, cousins, honorary family members and friends. Thank you all for your support. Because the COVID-19 pandemic and limitations on the numbers of attendees have prevented many people from being here, we're not able to have the usual number of faculty members attend and participate in this ceremony. However, they've been provided the link to this virtual ceremony, and some are watching and supporting you from a distance. Many of them have recorded messages for your class that will be posted on the CVMBS social media accounts for you to view. You, the class of 2022, are a large part of the reason why these outstanding educators are at Texas A&M. They truly love to teach. They challenge you to be all you can be. There's a culture at the Texas A&M University College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences to keep students central to our mission. My very sincere thanks go to all of my colleagues who are on the faculty and staff of our college for making it one of the very best in the world. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Baba Wojtek, who is Assistant Vice President for Development and Alumni Relations at the Texas A&M Foundation. Dr. Wojtek is a veterinarian. While he's on his way up here, I will share with you that he is really a true Aggie. Dr. Wojtek, thank you for helping to make this wonderful event happen each year. Without your passion for our college and our university, we would not have the network of friends who so generously support our academic programs and who give us the opportunity to seek excellence in everything we do. Dr. Wojtek.
Howdy. Oh, hell, y'all can do better than that. Howdy. Howdy. Man, that sounds good. Well, it's an honor to be here. The most important reason I'm here is because I'm the only one that knew the lady that paid for all of this, for the white coats, and also she has a real nice scholarship endowment here that I'll always be here helping. She was a special lady. She was a medical doctor. She retired. Her career was the Army. She traveled all over the world. And she was always helping people, and she loved animals. She helped animal parties there in San Antonio too. Her veterinarian was Dr. Tom Weiss, and he passed a year or two ago, but he was on our advisory board here, and she came in one day with her boxers. She had a couple of boxers that she just loved. And she was then talking to him, and she was saying something about scholarships. She had given some to an undergraduate or a college, a private university there in San Antonio, and they were too busy or something happened, they didn't thank her. And Dr. Weiss said, well, Gene, why don't you, A&M, those students need a little money, right? I mean, we need a little help. And so she started out with 2 small scholarships. Well, thanks to the people before you, and I know you the same way because I've seen the thank yous that you've written to people for you that are on scholarships. And she thought that was great, so she started giving money here. And I guess it was 15 years ago or so, Dr. Richard Adams was the dean. And the medical school, undoubtedly, I don't know if they still do it, but they give their white coat when they accept the people into the class. So I thought, man, that's great. Why aren't we doing that at the vet school? So I went to Dr. Richard Adams. He was the dean then. And Richard said, Bubba, that's a great idea, but he said only one thing, we don't have any money. So that's my job. So anyway, the next time I went to San Antonio, I didn't really think about asking Dr. Fairweather, but I just mentioned to her that how I thought it was really nice, the dean liked it, and she said, well, Bubba, I'd like to do that. And she did. In fact, I just checked, and her endowment now is worth $1.8 million. So any money in excess of what it costs to buy these white coats that's going to be flying out of the air here for you guys, she left that legacy for us. And you know what it was? It was just being nice to people. My mom told me when I was a little boy, it said, little words, tiny words are kind of like little keys that open big doors. And 2 of these is thank you and please. And by thanking this lady and letting her know how much you appreciate the help that she gave, look what came out of it. So it's, be sure when you have time to read this, you can see she loved veterinarians. She respected our profession. I respect you so much. Just so you know how things, I got out of here this year, it'd be 56 years. Tuition was $50 a semester. $50 a semester. So you see why sometimes it's hard to get money out of these old vets, because they thought, well, they didn't have the problem you have. But anyway, it was $50 a semester. When Vietnam was going on, I volunteered for the Air Force, and I came back to San Antonio. And when I went to work there, went to work for $7,500 the first year. So things have changed, not about all bad. Thank goodness tuition went up, but thank God the salaries are going up too. So your future is bright. I wish I could start over again today, because it's so much fun. Every morning you get up and you look forward to going to work, and that's great, because you never know, no matter what you do in our profession, it's always a new day, and it's a profession where you're helping people. And I respect you so much, because it's so much harder now than when we went. And I always tell people I couldn't even get in the back doors now, let alone the front. So congratulations. Thank you for all the hard work. Please read this, because she was a special, special lady. And I know she's looking down. She passed away before the first time we were able to give these out, the white coats. And the students found out about it at that time, and a bunch of them went to see her and wrote her a lot of wonderful, cards to encourage her. And she saved every one of them and gave them to me. I still got them. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Wojtek. Dr. Jean Fairweather is a reminder of the large impact that each one of us can have through even the smallest of acts. When you do what is right, when you put the patient and the person first in a sincere and compassionate way, good things are bound to happen. Never forget that every day you will represent Texas A&M University, the veterinary profession, your family, and your own personal brand. I am very confident that all of you in the class of 2022 will make us very proud. My colleague, Dr. Karen Cornell, serves our college as our outstanding Associate Dean for Professional Programs. As Dr. Cornell is coming forward, I want to let you all know in the audience that we have a professional photographer who will take a photograph of each white coat recipient today and then upload all of the images to our college Flickr site for you to download free of charge. So I encourage you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the full ceremony. But before I do that, I know that all of you know just how hard Dr. Karen Cornell works on your behalf. So before she comes out, would you give her a huge round of applause, class of 2022? And now, would the class of 2022 please prepare to receive your white coats.
Well, I think you can see that we had to make some modifications for this year. And our friends at Rudder stepped up to the challenge, and this is all their design. And I can't thank Jared and his team enough for all that they've done to make this possible today. So a round of applause for Rudder and their fantastic staff. I want to take just a minute today, which is March 6, 2021, and ask you if you remember where you were March 6, 2020. It was the Friday before spring break started. It was the first email I sent you about Corona. And I said, travel safely and travel wisely, because I don't know if you're going to be able to get back. 4 short days later, I sent you an email and said, take an extra couple of days because we're shifting. I try not to use the word pivot because I'm really tired of hearing that. I don't know about you guys, but, and so we and our faculty moved so quickly to pivot our whole program to a remote program. And by the time you returned, as you recall, you started doing surgery with your instructor on Zoom, and you were doing surgery on parts of a model on your kitchen table. Your classrooms became multiple people on pictures on a Zoom screen. And I just want to take a minute to acknowledge our faculty who worked so hard to move our curriculum to a remote format for you so that we could continue. And I want to acknowledge all of you who went through all of the transition, who went through all of the change. And frankly, we've all had a very hard year. It's been a tough year for all of us, and there's been all the normal life things that happen to us on top of this. And I want to acknowledge the load that everyone has carried, from our faculty to our staff to our students. And I really want just to take a second and look around you at the people who supported you during that, whether it was your classmate or it was your family. Please just take a minute to look at the people who supported you through this year. This ceremony, I think, is an acknowledgement that we're starting to come through to the other side, the fact that we're all here together. And I hope that we can move forward from there. So I really just want to acknowledge the fact that you guys really worked with us as we made that change, and I appreciate that, so thank you very much. Without further ado, let's get this party started. I'll be saying each name. Some folks were not able to be with us today, so we'll still call their name if they've asked for us to do so. And so we'll acknowledge everyone who would like to participate. So our first student, Caroline Alsop from Riviera, Texas. Ashley Ames, Canyon, Texas. Not with us today, Tianti Askey from Eustis, Texas. Olivia Baird, Houston, Texas. Brianthony Baker, Mount Pleasant, Texas. Madison Bartosh, West Texas. Lily Bertelson from Bryan, Texas. Anna Blick from Houston, Texas. Dominique Brazel from Dallas, Texas. Catherine Bristow, Sugar Land, Texas. Katie Brock, Plano, Texas. Not in attendance today, Hillary Brugel from Pasadena, California. And Catherine Caprio from Round Rock, Texas. Gabrielle Casper from League City, Texas. Gabriela Castillo from Mansfield, Texas. Carla Castillo from Laredo, Texas. Jorge Armando Chavarria from Laredo, Texas. Robert Chifo from Houston, Texas. Lindsay Christensen from Fort Worth, Texas. Kayla Corey from Crum, Texas. Marshall Coven, San Marcos, Texas. Cambridge Lauren Coy from Kaufman, Texas. Victoria Coy from Austin, Texas. Caroline Cunningham, Charlotte, North Carolina. Macallie Cunningham from Iola, Texas. Sabrina Dagger Adavalo from Cedar Park, Texas. Ashley Elisa Dane Gressman from Frisco, Texas. Rebecca Daniel from Katy, Texas. Brooke Davis from Houston, Texas. Amanda Day from Kingwood, Texas. Luke DeVille from Plano, Texas. Sorry about that, Luke. Alexandra Dewire from Phoenix, Arizona. Morgan Donsbach from Seguin, Texas. Rebecca Dowd, Plano, Texas. Kelsey Early, Weatherford, Texas. Noor Fassel from Gladewater, Texas. Leah Fancher, Katy, Texas. Rachel Fargerson, Houston, Texas. Katie Freeman, Fort Worth, Texas. Caitlin Freeman, Panhandle, Texas. Miranda Fuentes, Abilene, Texas. Nicholas Garcia, Montgomery, Texas. Nicholas Gleason, Avila, Texas. Not with us today, Katrina Gorski from McKinney, Texas. Taylor Gorley, Tomball, Texas. Tatiana Guy, Houston, Texas. Kelsey Hale, Perrin, Texas. Hannah Hale, Houston, Texas. Kemery Hankins, Abilene, Texas. Megan Stone Harvey, Pearland, Texas. Madison Hayden, Fort Worth, Texas. Allison Heflin, Stephenville, Texas. Eli Hernandez, Lumberton, Texas. Sydney Herring, Franklin, Texas. Alyssa Cool Hyatt from Plano, Texas. Harder than it looks, huh? Ashlyn Holbert from Houston, Texas. Christopher Holcomb from Floresville, Texas. Kayla Miles Holt from South Lake, Texas. Emily Hoskins, Friendswood, Texas. Tylo Hutchison, Spearman, Texas. Anna Joy Jackson from Sugar Land, Texas. Sarah Jeffries from San Antonio, Texas. Michael Jimerson from Arlington, Texas. Carly Johnson from Whitesboro, Texas. Amina Karedida, Franklin, Texas. Jaspreet Kaur, Richardson, Texas. Lizzie Carney, Lexington, Kentucky. Rachel Kennedy, Austin, Texas. Caitlin Kimball, Georgetown, Texas. Nice. Rebecca Kirchhoff, Longview, Texas. Katie Klotz from Spring, Texas. Zoe Kolkhorst from Houston, Texas. Kate Korchek from Hidden Hills, California. Allison Lagarde, Friendswood, Texas. Isamar Lara from San Antonio, Texas. Samantha Lawrenson from Salado, Texas. Reagan Lee from Prospect, Kentucky. Matthew Lewis from Brownwood, Texas. Taylor Lovell from Flower Mound, Texas. Samantha Lowry from Allen, Texas. Jackson Maddox from Start, Louisiana. Sarah Manning from College Station, Texas. Courtney Markley from San Antonio, Texas. Morgan Marshall from Cypress, Texas. Morgan Martin from Spring, Texas. You get the longest walk. Ricardo Martinez from Brownsville, Texas. Carter McAdoo from Houston, Texas. Julia McElwee from Nederland, Texas. Janelle McMahon from College Station, Texas. Nicole Meadaw from East Greenbush, New York. Brittany Miano from San Antonio, Texas. Sarah Moore from Denton, Texas. Jennifer Money from Houston, Texas. Not with us today, Haley Morgan from Southlake, Texas. Caleb Murphy from Claiborne, Texas. Jennifer Neri from Linden, New Jersey. Sophia Nava from El Paso, Texas. Unable to be with us today, Marjorie Wynn from Sherman, Texas. Jackie Nichols from Coppell, Texas. Azucena Ochoa from Houston, Texas. Jessica Olivares from Panitas, Texas. Lauren Parker from League City, Texas. Alexandra Phoenix from San Antonio, Texas. Ashley Pierce from Cato Mills, Texas. Michaela Pender from League City, Texas. Tyler Ping from Richmond, Texas. Oh, you caught that early. That was wise. Kendall Pittman from Bergam, Texas. Talia Pleason from Lake Jackson, Texas. Brianna Poses from Corpus Christi, Texas. Good job. Landry Prado from Elgin, Texas. Cameron Purcell from Houston, Texas. Samantha Rapoli from Red Hook, New York. Joel Rodriguez from Zapata, Texas. That's okay. Paige Roth, Castle Rock, Colorado. Amy Sarsanella from Liberty Hill, Texas. Lauren Schmitz-Minner from Aurora, Colorado. Zachary Seiler from Harker Heights, Texas. Taylor Sheffield from Prosper, Texas. Putting on a coat is hard. Christine Sims from Georgetown, Texas. William Smolka from Waxahachie, Texas. Brian Stanley from Austin, Texas. Ooh, nice catch. Kayla Street from Jasper, Texas. Prudence Sun from Houston, Texas. Vanessa Tacom from Houston, Texas. Lauren Tyler from Jacksonville, Florida. I'm so sorry, that was Lauren Taylor from Jacksonville, Florida. Apparently I can't read my own writing. Emily Terry from Pampa, Texas. Becca Thornton from Plano, Texas. Abby Toppins from Dallas, Texas. Need some help? Need some help? You good? Good job. Orville Tucker from Runaway Bay, St. Anne, Jamaica. Nice. Caitlin Upton from Corpus Christi, Texas. Danielle Vaden Anderson from Silsbee, Texas. Emily Vandermeer from Dallas, Texas. Gabriela Vega from El Paso, Texas. Alex Vuillon from Sugarland, Texas. We just did that for special people, you know.
It's because I can handle it.
That's right. Shannon Wan from Plano, Texas. Kendall Wheeler from Denton, Texas. William Wolf from Cypress, Texas. I just want to take a minute to acknowledge the Professional Programs Office and all the work that those folks have done to make this happen. Thank you to everybody on our team. We couldn't do this without you.
So all of you look just great in those beautiful new white coats. Welcome to the clinical team. Can we have one last ear-splitting round of applause for our white-coated students? You may remember that Dr. Wojtek earlier on said that Dr. Jean Fairweather was the kind patron of this event and has sponsored this event. Let me just share a few words from Dr. Fairweather. She said, "Your studies are hard, but worthwhile. There are so many wonderful things you will be able to do for the rest of your life for God's creatures and their human families." She said, "I know you will succeed. At times you'll be tired and perhaps discouraged. Put on your white coat and do well." That was words from Dr. Fairweather. As all of you get ready to enter your clinical rotations in the 4th year and actively participate in the care of patients, you truly will become a member of our professional healthcare team. You will really make a difference in the care of the patients in our teaching hospitals, and you'll earn grateful appreciations from clients with whom you interact. Don't forget that you'll contribute to the reputation of our hospitals, and you'll represent Texas A&M University on the front line. In closing, I want to thank everyone for coming together to share in this very important event for our college and for its very special class of 2022. We're going to close the ceremony this afternoon with a slideshow of the class of 2022. Family members, when the slideshow is complete, please proceed outside where you can meet your newly white-coated student there. There'll be a slight delay in their arrival because the students are going to have a class of 2022 group photo taken by our professional photographer. Once again, class of 2022, congratulations. We are very, very proud of you.
you.